video is being shown to you under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, education, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Smash that like button. Let's go.
What's up? What's up? What's up? And happy Sunday to you all. It's your girl, Survivor Speaks. We're going to get right into it. You see, I have on my judge's robe today because I reserved my opinion about the YSL verdict and sentencing till I felt like doing it because it's my business and I can do what I want to do, right? All right, so grab your gavels and your popcorn because today's live is about to get messy. Did you hear me? It's about to get messy in here, so grab your stuff. You don't want to miss this. All right, so we're reacting to Deputy District Attorney Simone Hilton's closing statements. And oh boy, was it a courtroom catastrophe. By the end of this video, I'm making my final ruling. So stick around. Spoiler alert, it's going to be petty, but it's going to be fair. All right, so hello everyone, and I am the Honorable Petty Paige, presiding over this courtroom of chaos today. Now let me make this crystal clear, and this is when I'm going to put my serious face on, right about right here. So we are not here to drag the Donovan and Drinks families or make light of their tragedies. You know, my heart truly goes out to them. What happened was beyond horrific, and justice was absolutely not served in this case due to the prosecution. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it, and that's what I said. Okay, but listen, we do need to talk about the real crime committee here, though, y'all. Simone Hilton's closing argument. I was trying to reserve that for the 10-minute mark, but you know, I couldn't, in my robe just could not take it. Those closing arguments was a daggone train wreck. And you done further, not that they weren't already pissed off, you further pissed off the jury. I mean, what was that? A closing statement? Or was it an audition for a reality TV show called Prosecutors Going Wild? Sis came out neck rolling, finger wagging like she was on the episode of Real House Courtroom Edition. And you know what? The jury was not here for it. They was not here for it. And before we go a step further, I would like to give a round of applause to the jury because, you know, they paid attention to the evidence. They, you know, came to their verdict based on the evidence. And you got to take your hats off of them and give them a round of applause because people thought that they were just going to, some people thought that they were just going to say they're guilty just because of this, or they're not guilty just because of this reason. Listening to the jurors myself, I am a subscriber. Um, I did watch the interview that they did, to introduce their channel. I'm not a hater, so I'm going to say it. Over there on I'm Not a Lawyer, but I happen to like her. And so they did their interview over there. It was a professional interview, but it was very lighthearted. I'm Not a Lawyer, but did a great job, with the interview, and also a great job while covering the YSL case along with a host of other content creators here on the YouTube. I don't want to offend nobody, but Cat Not Williams is my favorite. I'm sorry, but let me give a round of applause to the jury right about now because they deserve it. Now, I don't know how they lived off $25 a day, but they did tell the story. I don't want to tell it. So go on over there, subscribe to Surviving YSL. That is the jurors channel. So it's three of them. They have started a channel. So two alternates and one juror that was actually in deliberations. And I'm, so happy and glad, for them, and look forward to see what they are going to be doing next. I love the three of them. They all have their own individual personalities, but they're funny as heck, none the least. Okay, so I'm moving right on along. So don't get me started on the other people behind the scenes. Everyone involved over there on the prosecution side. You know, uh, Adrian Love leading the pack. And I'm gonna say wolf pack, and I am being funny. She was leading the wolf pack over there, and they decided to charge this case as some wannabe RICO conspiracy because they had their sights set on the big fish. Those are Gaither words, not the words of Survivor Speaks. That is that was the investigator, Gaither. The one that's on TV but didn't want to be on TV while she was on the stand because she is disrespectful. And I don't know how Glenville let that happen on his watch. But it is a sad day in America when you let the people that are supposed to be setting an example for their community get on this here internet and act like a whole bunch of goddamn fools, including Glanville. So, who? So they had their eyes set on the big fish, Mr. Jeffrey Williams, professionally known as Young Thug, and quite successful, might I add. There's something about, a man that's, didn't come from such a great life, but pulls their self up, elevates, and then wants to take people with him. But you know what? That's something that I learned a long time ago. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go because everybody's not happy for you. And it's sad that people have to feel like that, but it is the truth. So let me get to what I was saying, trying to stay on task here, okay? So they completely fumbled this case instead. So I'm just saying. This ain't law and order. And to me, it was given clown college. All right, all right, all right, all right. So, all right, Petty Paige. All right, Petty Paige, calm down. Petty Paige, calm down. But seriously, the real frustration is aimed at those who botched this investigation from the start. You had one job, one, and that was justice. And instead, I'm sorry, y'all got to do it again. We got the circus. And I my heart goes out to all of the taxpayers of Fulton County. A lot of your money was wasted. Um, no one is saying that, some of these defendants, if not all, for the pow that they found in Mr. Williams' house, he took accountability for that, whatever. The that they was trying to say that, they were selling it, Hilton, with the over exaggeration of everything. Oh, look, there's a big bowl of it. Ma'am, that was a bull of somebody that uses, and he's doing puff puff pass, and he's sharing. Come on now, a child could see that. I don't indulge. I never have. Maybe I should. Maybe, do y'all think? Do y'all think that will help the pain and stuff? Maybe I need to tell my doctor about this. That we. Do y'all think that if I got on the weedish, that would help with the pain and stuff I'm having in my legs? I might have to think about. I might, I might have to think about that. Into who? So here is the deal. Was this a courtroom fail of epic proportions, or did Simone Hilton's antics low key steal the show at the end with that? I don't know if to call it a closing argument. I don't know what to call it. But it just wasn't how you were acting. And so it was, the jurors were a little offended because the way you was talking to them was like, um, they had no education. You were like, you thought that you can get up there, and I guess in your mind, or I don't know if you guys came up with that idea as a team. You thought that you were speaking to them on their level. They are educated, and they were offended, Hilton. Just like you're an educated woman, allegedly. Um, sometimes I wonder. But there are some people that have done some things against, that they're not like you. They speak highly of you, actually, and they actually say that you're very educated, but you still have it out for them, nonetheless. But they give the credit where I guess the credit is due. They know you better than we know you, and it was a sad day when you decided to get up there and insult the jurors. Okay. So, that's something that you have to look in the mirror and think about, just like Love when she's buffering in the mirror, because she buffers everywhere she goes. And I did not pull in the little song I wrote, love was buffering on the court steps. I wrote it. It's a country song. Maybe I might sing it for y'all one day. But anywho, and so I don't know if that was the case, Hilton, but you should never try that again, because you saw how this worked for you. So I don't think that you should be or would be trying that again. But if you're anything like Love, you'll be trying it again. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking from what I saw during this trial. Okay, I'm just speaking from the evidence that I saw, the attitudes that I saw, the buffering in the courtroom, the Brady, the overwhelming Brady. that was a part of this trial. The 403, God doggone it, the 403. The too many social media posts, emojis, and lyrics. I have a big issue with, people saying that you have to tailor your lyrics to fit a narrative and make that part of your sentence, because now we're talking about trampling on people's freedom of speech, you know. So I have a big issue with that one. I take big issue. Everyone else should. And there is a reason why, I was in somebody's live maybe like 3 or 4 days ago. I haven't been feeling well. I haven't really been on the internet. And they were saying something about, these guys are not innocent. Nobody said they was, but they should have charged them accordingly and individually. And then charge the right people. You charged them, but you charged the wrong people. Ray Charles in heaven, still blind, can see that you didn't charge the right people for the right crimes. You overcharged, and then it was the double jeopardy thing for me, and the fact that Yak Gotti's still sitting in jail today does not sit well with me, because even though he got charges for having a cell phone, we get it, I get it, whatever. But for defending himself, I'm never going to co-sign that. Never going to co-sign that. Never ever going to co-sign that. And this is not a race thing. It's not a race thing like Hilton tried to make it out to be in her closing argument. She was waiting for something to leap on. This is not a race thing. Would you look at me? Would you look at me? I'm on the darker side of the scale. Just like you said, most of the people that work in Fulton County are African American. Most all of the people on the other side was African American, with the exception of some of the attorneys. But this is not a race thing. This is about justice at the end of the day. Let's not forget about justice, because we have a young man that lost his life. He lost his life because on camera he was beat. I don't even want to think about it, so I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm not going to, belabor on what happened with him. I'll deal with that. I have to deal with things the way I deal with them, so mentally I stay sane. I love true crime, and sometimes watching true crime can be very detrimental to your mental health if you don't have your mental health in check. So I have to deal with that when I can. I saw a part of the video, and this is what we're talking about when we're talking about justices and injustices, right? You got people sitting incarcerated that should not be there for the crimes that they are that you said they committed, right? They're being jumped on, they're being beaten, and then you control the narrative of how the story goes. If their attorneys they can't be everywhere, right? So you control that narrative. Oh, you know what? And while he's in here, he's starting a fight. He's beating people. He's harassing people. He's like, I don't believe that all of that is happening. I don't care who you are or what part of what gang you are. You cannot start all of this trouble by yourself, especially when you're supposed to be in PC. Because of the situation, don't tell me nothing. I was a correction officer. You can't tell me nothing for the county and the state. I know everywhere it's different, but don't tell me about nothing in jail, because I haven't seen it all. Trust me, I've seen it all. We're not going to talk about that in this video, because I discussed that in some other videos, and then we can touch upon that again. I just wanted to let you know, don't play with me. Today I'm Petty Paige. I'm the judge. I'm Judge Petty Paige. But just, in real life, at a very, very young age, I was a correction officer for 7.5 years. So don't tell me, I don't want to hear nothing about nothing. Nothing about no. Don't tell me about no. I don't care. I don't care nothing about none of this hybrid gang y'all coming up with and all this other kind of stuff. I just want to know, so how you going to charge Mr. Williams as the leader of a gang, and then your gang um, expert says that you don't have to have a leader of a gang, then you're a Harvard gang. Come on, make up your mind. I took gang training twice. I had to take it, because I worked for the county, and I took it again, once again, for the state. Maybe I'll get my boy on here and see. We'll do a live. And if he still got the mindset like he had when we worked together, I don't know if we're gonna make it through. I went to the hospital several times, left in the ambulance several times from laughing so hard. No joke and no exaggeration. I'm just telling you. So maybe I'll get maybe I'll get Ross on here. Me and him will do a little 1-2-1-2. Cause yeah, we had a chemistry. Used to just be laughing for no reason at all. But yeah, I'm silly, but bad. I ain't got nothing on here. So I'll think about that. Maybe one day. I don't know. It's true crime, right? That's true crime. We was in the thick of stuff. But anywho, so anyway, I just have a couple of clips that I'm going to be showing from the closing and then the sentencing. I was going to pull Yak Gotti's mother's clip. She was so passionate about what she said, but you know what? I did not. I think I did a video and I put it there. I just wanted to share just a little bit about what went on, how it went on, why it went on, the closing arguments. I'm going to bring Doug out first, you guys, right? And then I'm going to bring Max Sharp up. And I really, 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 when I was just looking at what I wanted to show, Max really, really was like going in for Shannon. He had awesome counsel, but I'm talking about Max looked like he was in the ring getting ready, stand down his opponents, like, let's go. Jumping up and down, he couldn't contain it. They was waiting for the um he was waiting for the jury to come out. And I said, wait a minute, hold on. I kind of missed that. Was that one of the times I had to come over here and work? Because I missed that. But I'm just like, the passion that Max had in that short clip, he was ready for anything. He was ready for war. He was ready for it all when it came to that closing statement. When it came to the last time that he had to defend Shannon, Max went in, waiting for them. He went in. I was like, wait a minute, are they going to say something? Because he really I said, okay, so when he made the comment that, when he went home that night and the steam was coming off his head, Max wasn't lying. Because I see the steam, everything coming. I was scared through the screen, y'all. But anyway, that's what you call passion. That's what you call advocating for your client when you know that your client is innocent and you're trying to put your client away for life for something that he did not do. And the jury got it right. And they found him guilty for what he was guilty of. Now, had the state charged the case that way, they would have got more guilty verdicts. I don't think that the pleas are in no way, shape, form, or fashion a win for them. It's a loss for them. Fulton County, do not close your eyes. I'm speaking to the residents right now. Do not close your eyes. These people wasted a lot of your money and a lot of your time. You cannot charge a case on social media. First of all, you don't know. I don't even know how they allowed it to get that far. You don't know who is controlling the social media account. Somebody hacked my account, and I'm fighting with what is that Zuckerberg. I was fighting with Zuckerberg back and forth, and he telling me see that they was doing nothing wrong with my account. I said, well, they hacked my account and they're asking people for cash. Is that not like I'm confused right now? And you know what? I wasn't feeling good at the time that happened. That was a couple years ago, so I was really going through something at the time. I should have sued you. I should have sued you. This mofo had the nerve to call my sister, talking about, oh, the reason why I'm doing this because I need money. I need money. I need money. My sister said, well, you need to work for your money. My sister, it worked. She is a tax-paying citizen. How dare you just decide to hack her account, and then you going around here and but it was, I saw the blessing in the hack. Let me say that. I am somebody that's really, I think about things. It was my account from when I was modeling. I had so many people on there just from, the work that I did. And I was making some transitions in my life. And I really didn't want on that account, you know, all the people on there, but I didn't want it to be done that way. Anyway, so let me get this to this. So I'm going to just show you some some clips that I decided to show. I thought, they're very short, and I thought that they were, spoke to, some things that bothered me, and then also spoke to some things that made me proud that they were the attorneys for Diamante Kendrick and Shannon Jackson. Stillwell, if you will, Stillwell Jackson, Shannon Jackson. I think he wants to go by Jackson. I'm going to respect him, so Shannon Jackson. So I think they had excellent counsel for this trial, and I think that if they would have had any other counsel, with the exception of all the others that were, attorneys for the other people, things would have went quite different. And like I said, Yak Gotti is still fighting for his freedom, which is nuts to me because he got found not guilty on all charges. And so, yeah, it's something muddy in the water, y'all. I'm just gonna go ahead and move away from that. Okay. So stick around because my final ruling is coming up after the clips, and trust me, you don't want to miss what I have to say. So let's gavel this mess out together. Court is in session.
So why has the state taken a year of your life away from the work that you enjoy, the family that you love, your travel, your vacations, your children, grandchildren, parents? Why have they done that? What has been the point? The state told you in their opening that there was a point. And the point was that Jeffrey Williams was the head of a wolf pack. That is what they told you. But I don't think anyone sitting in here has seen that. You'll make that decision, not me. But I don't think anyone has seen that. What have they proven about Jeffrey Williams? They have proven that he was a man that through incredible hard work, dedication, and talent came up out of Cleveland Avenue. And instead of forgetting everyone back there, instead of leaving them behind, he tried to reach out to those people that were friends of his that he came up with and say, you don't have to live this life. You can come with me. You can get into music. You can hone your craft. I can take you on the road with me. I can take you out of this. And some people took advantage of that and pulled themselves out, took advantage of Jeffrey's help. Some people tried to do that and failed, and Jeffrey Williams sent them back home. They didn't succeed. And Mr. Kendrick took a hold of that. And Mr. Kendrick took advantage of that opportunity that Jeffrey helped him. But instead, law enforcement put a target on Jeffrey Williams' back. Because God forbid anybody pull themselves out of that. Because what does society want to do? Drag them back again. Never let them leave their past behind. God forbid someone leave that behind and pull themselves out up from their bootstraps. That's what we tell ourselves as a country. If you work hard enough, you can pull yourself out. Let's see what you guys say. So I would argue that we have not wasted your time.
y'all see Max? Did y'all see Max? Now, was I telling y'all any tales? I wasn't telling y'all no tales, was I? Max was up to Ray, like he was like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And so what I didn't show was that Doug did mention the watch, mention Viverito in the watch, and you should have saw Hilton's face. But you know, Doug didn't have to say much in his trial because his client really didn't have to defend himself here. There was really nothing. But so he just kept having his Columbo moment with them and they didn't like it. We saw the watch, Viverito. We saw you take. We saw you was the last one with the watch. So here, Doug kept reliving this Columbo moment over and over and over again. I loved it. Okay, so without further ado, let me get on to the next clips. It's going to be 2 clips of Max. I'm just going to play them. I'm not going to stop them. And we're going to go right to the verdict. Sweet, sweet Caroline. Sweet, sweet.
Traction in the streets. That does have traction in the music industry. Maybe that's why he's hashtagging his rap name in the post. The bottom line is, yes, I acknowledge he's referencing Jonathan Thomas in songs. He's not giving any inside information in these songs that wasn't publicly known. Remember, he had been arrested. He'd been at prelims. He knows what the case is about. He's heard testimony about the case by the time he's making his songs. So he's not sharing any information that only the killer would know. Of course he's not, because he's not the killer. But maybe he is leaning into the bad boy image a little bit. But here's the thing. You might like my explanation or not. But what did he do to help himself? You see what goes on here? This isn't an accident. This is the playbook. Get the liar, get him jammed up, threaten him, tell him he's not going to see his kids again until he's 48, and then, oh, but maybe we can do something for you. You just got to give us what we want. And yes, that was enough to make self-admitted liar, self-admitted finesser, a person who fully admits that he would lie on anyone to get out of jail, to stay out of jail, to get out of trouble. That was enough to coax him to make up a story about Shannon Stillwell and others. And that was actually enough to put his plan in motion because he knew someone was going to have to back up his story. And that was enough to have him reach out to Demekion Garlington and try to get Demekion Garlington to go out and go on with the story. Which, of course, Mr. Copeland told us he's no longer friends with Mr. Garlington because Mr. Garlington would not go along with that story. Or he's upset with Mr. Garlington if Mr. Garlington would not go along with that story. Maybe you say, Max, we get it. He's a liar. He was jammed up. But maybe this threat of prosecution was what was needed to bring out the truth. Maybe he was being truthful on June 10, 2015. Well, let's think about what else he said on June 10, 2015. Remember when they were talking about those auto breakings that they suspected him of? And said, you're going to have to answer these auto breakings. Why do you have all this property and these cars? We know you're involved. Remember what he said? Nah. That was Lil Mike and Quez that did them. Remember the detectives? They looked at each other, Lil Mike and Quez, Lil Mike and Quez. But what did we learn in the cross-examination of Kenneth Copeland? Little Mike and Quez, not only did they not do the auto breakings that Kenneth Copeland claimed they did on June 10, 2015, Little Mike and Quez, they don't exist. He made them up on the spot on June 10th of 2015. So my answer to you, if you think, oh, this pressure was needed to get Kenneth Copeland to finally be truthful, nope. He was lying.
Everybody, we have a verdict. We have 2 verdicts. And I do not want there to be any kind of disruption or disturbance in court, regardless of what this verdict is. So, can we get the jury out, please?
All rise for the jury. Pause your President accounted for.
All right, thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I understand that you all have reached a verdict. Mr. Foreperson, is that correct? All right, and was it unanimous? Yes. All right, and this verdict has been filled in and signed and dated by you, correct? Oh, for each defendant? All right, and I noticed that Mr. Kendrick's verdict form is dated December 2nd. Is that because that's when you all reached the verdict with regard to him? Okay. And then Mr. Stillwell's is dated today? Correct. Okay. All right, Mr. Kendrick, you have been found not guilty on all charges. Mr. Stillwell, can you please stand? You have been found guilty on count 64, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and not guilty on every other charge. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you are officially released from further service, and I cannot express the degree of thanks that Fulton County owes you for your service. Given the length of this trial, you have paid close attention this entire time, and I appreciate your devotion, as I'm sure do the parties in this case. You are welcome to stay for the sentencing, or you can return to the jury room. I would like to speak with you in just a moment in the jury room. If you all do want to stay, you're welcome to stay. Is there any objection to the form or the legality of this verdict? No, proceed. Any from the defense? No. All right. All right. Is there any reason that we can't go ahead and sentence?
Okay.
You may.
Okay, so that still gives me goosebumps. That still gives me, makes my eyes water. And I'm not a punk, so I'm like Kokomo back there trying to hold back tears. I don't like watching this. I was happy when it happened for both of them. Like I said, Shannon got found guilty for what he was guilty of. Nothing more and nothing less. And I know I like to make light of situations because they're so heavy. And with the year of 2025 fastly approaching in just a couple of days, we are going to see what 2025 has to bring, to us, and what, it has in store for us. In 2024, I'm not sad to see it go. You guys see me on camera, you see me smiling, you see me, I'm upbeat. That's how I am. But your girl has been through a lot of things, still going through it. But you know what? I am a believer, and you can believe in whatever it is that you believe in. I normally don't look down on people or tell them what to believe in. I am a believer, and so, I, believe that, I'm gonna be fine. I'm a breast cancer survivor going on 18 years. That's coming up. 18 years is coming up. So I wanted to give a hand applause to, my doctor, the Lord, and for everything else. And I just realized, like, the end of 2024, that I need to start putting me first again. So, I was like putting a lot of things before me, like, working and everything. I just need to put me first. I have to do that. I have to see my daughter's graduating next year. My nephew's graduating. Well, 2025 is coming here, right? So my nephew's graduating. My daughter's graduating in 2026. I need to be here for both, and so I need to do what is best and good for me. It may not look like it's the best thing in hindsight, but it is the best thing. And so that's why I always try to find light in a situation, even when it's not, it doesn't seem like it's the best option, but I'm learning. So, and another thing that I would like to say that I don't know how I forgot. I didn't forget. I mean, I made the clip. I don't know what I did with it. Hilton's closing, part of the closings that I took from like the beginning, and then when she made a statement about the tents. The tents were so dark you can't see, and you see love go. Oh my goodness! Do you realize what you just said? Nobody can see nothing. So it kind of goes against everything that we've been saying, a lot of stuff that we've been saying, and you can see everybody at the table because she was so into the ghetto homegirl world. That's one thing I'm gonna give Woody. Woody had each one of them pegged out correctly. And when he said you came to visit him, you didn't say much. You were standing back there like you was one of the girls on the corner. You was hard. That's what you gave at the closing arguments. So much that, child, I done forgot to, I don't even know I don't even see it on the list. I don't know, but she is coming up, and, you can look on her face, and, she got a problem with me. She can wait till I get to, ATL, because I'll be down there. Or I just got to just call my girl, Nene Leaks, and, don't make me call Portia. So anyway, we about to get to this verdict because Petty Paige. I'm Petty Paige. She Petty Paige. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, okay. So let's get to this this little verdict, the sentence in here, and we're gonna get out of here. All right.
All right, so are we going to go ahead with sentencing? Is the state, I know the state had filed a recidivist notice.
Yes, ma'am.
Do y'all intend to stand on that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So the recidivist is A and C recidivist. That means that I have no discretion but to sentence to the maximum on that count. And the sentence possibility is 5 to 10. I must sentence to 10 years. However, I can probate any part of that sentence at my discretion. And so the court sentence on count 64 for Mr. Stillwell is going to be 10 years to serve 2, with credit for time served, the balance served on probation. All right, I am going to recess.
Full cycle, I just might though, just like a Michael. Mama gone now, I'm thinking death is now we entitled. And it was me versus me, them battles had to fight through. And when you